What is happening, everybody? How's it going? Hope all is well with everybody. Man, oh man, hey, like I said, hey, oh, it's a little dark back there. I better turn that light back on. Hold on a second. There we go. But hey, how's everybody doing? Hope all is well. This this one night change, 1 week change is gonna throw people off. But you know what? I was supposed to have something to do last night. Didn't think I'd be at home in time for Wednesday. And as everybody knows, Anthony is hey Arnie, how you doing? Anthony is on a boat. I'm not sure if they are in Hawaii now or exactly where they are, but him and his mom went on this cruise. Let's live from hotel, live from another country, also. So, this is serious huddle stuff. So, but hey, we weren't gonna miss. We just, we're gonna do the show. So hey, what do you guys think about the baseball playoffs? Interesting stuff. For any of you that sell cards, have you noticed any spike in any players? The last bunch of cards I've sold, actually overwhelmingly, I've sold more hockey cards than serious huddle business. You know that, bro. I've sold more hockey cards than we have baseball or football cards over the last couple weeks. Yeah, I mean it's it's crazy. And it's funny. There are people who are going to say there are people who are going to blame it on the O's, the teams that are going out the bye week. And the truth of the matter is that's a bunch of crap. When you think about it from a standpoint of Texas bounced Tampa Bay with no problem. We need to get back to performance-raising card values. Yeah, Corbin is a real deal, and I would assume his value is going up. The problem you have is for whatever reason. Hey, Orlando, how you doing? For whatever reason, hey, Diamond Princess. For whatever reason, baseball value doesn't go hand in hand like it does with your football and with your with your basketball. It's sometimes the way the team from Georgia is playing is making me very happy, Matthew. I'm Maddie. I am not going to complain about it, but hey, it ain't over. Like Yogi Berra said, it ain't over till it's over. Johnny, how's it going, buddy? God bless. The Swifties are out. Travis Kelce. Well, we're talking about baseball right now. You've been selling the Xavier Isaacs cards for extreme profit. I did pick up a few of his redemption autos when they first hit eBay really cheap. Yeah. Hey, that's the way to do, man. You got to watch some of these guys, and prospecting and that type of stuff. I mean, it can really pay off for you. Probably not. Anthony I believe he is on a ship. I don't know if he has. Trying to think what's today. Today's the 12th. Yeah, I think he might still be on the ship heading towards Hawaii, or he's in Hawaii. So one of those two. So, not for nothing, but Hawaii better than the show, I guess. But overall, I mean, like you said, it's amazing. You look at Colton, and it's funny if if another young player, let's say, had that kind of a uh, amazing playoffs, you would see the value of that player in football jump up and all, stuff like that. And, we don't see it in baseball. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if it's because the season's longer. I don't know if it's because the expected, for lack of better words, lifespan of the athlete is there. Yeah, well, yeah, I agree. We used to when when you knew what to collect for a player. The problem you have today is you have these players and they have freaking 13,000 cards. You know, excuse me. Is it the rookie that you up? Yes, Beckett definitely would have the up and down arrows. I just think right now there's just so much per player. Hey, Dusty, how you doing, man? Um, I wonder if that has something to do with it. That there is so much on one player. You know, uh, it doesn't seem to be this, but it's weird. It doesn't seem to be the same to have the same effect. It's not like Burrow or Herbert, or Mahomes. You know, um, you know, don't have a lot of cards out there. They do. They just seems they get friggin' flooded. Yep, still a lot of baseball left. I mean, I mean, when you think about it, still got 3 series to go. You're gonna have your AL, your pennant, your 2 pennants, your AL pennant, your NL pennant, and you're gonna have the big one. Uh, you know, I don't know. And people are complaining, adding the extra wild card team, and so on and so forth. To me, playoff baseball is amazing. I mean, honestly, to me, it's not. You know, it's to me, it's right up there with hockey playoffs, especially because hockey seems to have more game sixes and more game sevens, than any other, multi game series, goes. Baseball postseason is bad. Pretty much happens during all three other sports. Yeah. D-backs Rangers World Series with the D-backs in 5. I, mm, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I mean, the Astros are going to give the Rangers, a fight. The D-backs, it may just be their time. It literally may just be, the things are coming out. And what's amazing when you look at that team, like when you look at their outfield and you see Quinn McCarthy and Alec Thomas, and you're like, these kids look like they should be playing high school baseball, let alone going for a National League pennant. Well, true. I mean, it's not the NCAA. It doesn't determine the best team, but then again, I mean, what playoff system does really depend? The best team. I, I mean, football maybe because it's one and done, you could say, but I don't know. I don't know, if that's true and everything. Yep. Nikki 2 for 2 with 2 bombs. Uh, Trey Turner with another bomb. It's gonna make it easy. Dami, how's it going, baby? What's happening? Huddle Mania, real deal, Brian. Chilling in Hotel Transylvania. That is the beauty of the game. That's what makes baseball so amazing. It's not about the biggest. It's not about the fastest. It's not about it's not about that type of stuff. Basketball. Hey, when you have better athletes than the other team, you're going to do well. Football. When you have guys that can run like the wind, definitely. Baseball, it doesn't matter. I mean, you look at some of the the upper echelon baseball players, and they weren't big ass dudes, man. They were not big ass dudes. Yep, yeah, Dusty. I am I am on the road working. Trying to think, what did I miss? Series 2 Megabox Rocky sick card at the end. You'll like it. Uh-oh. Is that a Chrome series? No, regular series 2, right, John? The Rip and Chip should be back next week. It will depend. And I didn't think about that, Lorcan. Again, I could have saved everybody a lot of money. Could have put the packages in my mail and then sent them out. Oh, Arnie, happy birthday! Happy birthday! You know, flagship, very nice, and it's not a Clemens card. Oh, okay. Well, we can only hope. Only hope. Only hope. Only hope. But it's going to be interesting, to see, like we were saying, baseball for some strange reason, you don't get that. You don't get that. You don't get that lift that you normally get, when it comes to, to baseball, the way you seem to get that lift in football, or you get that lift in what do you call it? Not you get that lift in football, you get that lift in basketball. So Dagger's birthday. Oh, look at that! I had pickle socks on today. Interesting, Dom. Interesting. 10-10. 10-10 wins radio, right, Dom? 10-10 wins. So, pickled pickles. But I think it's going to be interesting. I mean, the playoffs are so, the playoffs are so amazing. It's, you get down to this right now, and hey, it is what it is. That baseball is a humbling game. Like we were just saying, you don't know what's going to happen. You get a couple guys right time, and then really, really good things. Good things will happen. You get guys who get cold, and there you go, boom, done. That's going to be big. Kimball coming in. Yep. Yeah. I wonder if the $30 is going to be, if that's what the new price is going to be, because last year they were $24.97 or $24.90, whatever, whatever their number is. One auto relic in every box this year. Wow, that's really big. Yes, I am, Dom. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. One relic and everything. I'm surprised. I don't like last year. I don't remember seeing it online before it was in store. They do. They both do and everything. So, well, speaking of tops, that what I posted in the in the card community of that Topps representative, Topps liking, and yeah, I thought it might be the first pre-order. So I've made that post that Topps allegedly Topps, or was Topps, reached out to me about the Derek Jeter that I pulled and said, "Hey, we heard about the video. We would love to use that content. Would you be okay? Send us an email and we'll get in contact with you." So I was like, "Yeah, sure." It is what it is. We'll see what happens. Well, lo and behold, uh, I got an email from a Topps content creator asking for permission to use that video in their in whatever their content or whatever they're going to be putting out. So uh, that was pretty cool. Now, again, like I said, the thing we'll see. Only time will tell. It'll be interesting, to see, what comes out of it and stuff like that. So it is pretty cool. It's pretty cool from that standpoint. Yeah, I didn't think they came out. Yeah, normally, look, they would come out around Thanksgiving. So this is definitely early for, or it's pre-order. So it's just a pre-order. It doesn't mean you're getting it right away. You're not wrong, Dom. You're not wrong. They have not. They have, we'll see. Once again, another good product like Holiday, and here we are, jacking it up $5 more, jacking it up $5 more. Um, yeah, and actually, it was somebody from Fanatics that reached out, to me, stuff like that. But here we are again. Prices going up, and once again, going on Topps and Fanatics, because you're like, hey, we want cards to be out there for everybody. We want everybody to enjoy the hobby and so on and so forth. Yet here we go again. Another increase, another increase. It gets to the point where it's tough to deal with. So I don't know. I think Panini is messing up big time. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with them. You know, no, their quality control. I mean, honestly, I don't think it's much better than Topps's quality control. Um, I think they're messing up from a standpoint of they don't. I don't think I don't think they care anymore, Dom. And I think that's why Panini's going that way. Topps should care, Fanatics should care, but they don't seem to care, which is just unsettling. It shouldn't be that way. I don't understand how online stores Holiday, Walmart would sell every box they put on the shelf, and they should be upset when someone else is selling their exclusive. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I thought you know the same type of deal. But again, if you're gonna and you're gonna make it scarce, and if it's not gonna be out there that much, the secondary market is going to be where it is. If you can't, if it's not going to be, if people aren't going to be able to get it, you're still buying leftover breaks and collectors to build modern sets. Yeah, yep, that's a good thing to do. Fanatics did those fat head, big heads wall posters. No, was that Fanatics? I'm not sure if that was. I don't remember if it was Fanatics that did fat heads. Not 100% sure. So I don't, well, the sticker autos, that's ridiculous. Redemptions, I'm going to tell you right now, I'll never understand redemptions. I don't understand that. Let me say, I don't mind the redemption part, but what I don't understand is this. If you know you're going to have a redemption and let's say the card is numbered to 10, and especially if you're doing a freaking damn sticker auto, send the stickers to the damn player, have them go ahead and slap them on the cards 1 through 10, right? Put them in envelopes that you don't know, wrapping that you don't know what one is what one, and you have them sitting there. It's player A, whoever it is, right? Kodai Senga has it has a short print. It's an autograph on it, so it's already sitting there in their vault. So when you open up and you see, oh, Kodai Senga redemption, you mail it in. There's no reason why you should not be able to get it. That's the part that gets me. You should be able to get it right away from that stick. That was, but labeling, so I mean, late releases, labeling boxes. Yep, that's another thing. Yep, you got that part right. You ordered 4 boxes. It says it'll be there October 28th. Yep. 23 Chrome has no redemptions. They are starting to remove them slowly. I agree. Again, I don't care if they have redemptions. I would like a redemption. I would still think that would be cool, but have them. Then you don't have to have an expiration date on it also. So the guy who opens up, so there's 2022 product and there's redemptions in it. The guy who 3 years from now, buys a box online because he loves, 2022 product, and now it's 2028, the redemption's expired. We wouldn't have to have you wouldn't have to have an expired redemption because you'd have all the cards sitting in, you'd have all the cards sitting in the vault, waiting. It will, for sure. It definitely will. What is it? Look at the post in our Discord. 2 cards, the separate players with the same card number. Yeah, there's too much. There's too much stuff going on. With it. There's too many. The super refractor. Buyback stuff. I don't know. Tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. Was it a mistake, or was it planned? I don't know. It's amazing that it was only one of one super refractors. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's not like it was any of the autographed ones. It was. I mean, so yes, it was one of ones. But that is what it is. My question is this: with all that, I think we asked the question a couple weeks ago. Because they're idiots. Stadium Club is one of the best products they can go ahead and have, and they screw that one up by doing it late. Once Fanatics took over, they saw all those old autos in stock. And every card ended up in the 2022 Chrome Silver packs. Wake up, people. Yeah. You're not wrong. I mean, you're 100% correct, and that's the part that's the crazy part. There was a cha-ching. A football card. Oh, basketball card. Woo. So, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. The retro lunchbox. Yep. Yeah, that's what's happening, Dom. They're taking a lot of those ones that I got, and I got actually I didn't get a bid. I actually got a sale. Somebody bought a basketball card. Um, but yeah, that's the kind of stuff that happens. They just put them in the silver packs. They put them here. They put them there. They use the buyback cards and they put them in archives and so on and so forth. You know. Oh wow, that's a cool one. You listed cards on eBay, Dominic? No freaking way. Were they cards? Were they cards of socks? Outside of business for greed, why even have backups of cards just for redemption plans? Well, I can honestly now, I'll be honest with that. Like I can understand one of ones. Like somebody pull, you don't know, it gets damaged or something like that. It's damaged in the box or so on and so forth. I get that. But you know what should happen? When that card gets pulled, so for instance, if um exotics like Alan was said what he has those, right? If there's a one of one Xavier Isaacs and that card gets pulled and it's out there, and yeah, I would hope maybe Tops and Fanatics is looking at that stuff. Once they see that card is pulled, then they should go to the vault, go through that thing. Oh, here's the Xavier Isaacs one of one, and they put it in a shredder. And it's gone. Now there's no mistake of that other card getting out there. Keeping those you would want back. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's the only reason why. But once the card is not damaged and the card's out there, get rid of it. Shred it. A Brandon Lau Chronicles auto and two John DiMaggio Ginter relics. I have not. Yeah, that's pretty cool. These aren't backups. These are live redemptions. Redemptions should never expire. It's that simple. A way to. I agree. I agree. That's why to me, if you had the autograph beforehand, if you know you're doing a redemption, pull the redemption out of Topps Holiday last year. I pulled a Jeremy Pena that I'm still waiting for. Why? Why is it that I'm still waiting for it? That card should have those. If it was to 10 to 25, whatever it is, you send the sheet of labels. Unless what you can't take a chance of sending the card, right? You can't really take a chance that you send the card and then you don't get it back or it gets lost, right? So you do it via the sticker. Okay, it is what it is, and you sit there and you have them waiting. That's the part that gets me. No need for this, and you'd never have something. Who was it? Wasn't there somebody who pulled a redemption? Um, was it a Michael Jordan or something like that, or somebody else? It was another. It was a card that probably would have had a big value. Pulled a redemption, and sorry, you can't get it. So I missed this one, Larkin. Yeah, and a damaged one of one is still the best version of card. I can't disagree with you. Cannot disagree with you. If it gets damaged, so what? It's the only one. So many cards that are numbered is irrelevant. So the answer is yes, that's true. If there's only one, there should only. Instead of taking over Panini, can we take over Tops? Yeah. LSU is waiting over a year for a Trout one of one. Mike Trout tops more than tops at tops, and I like Mike Trout, and Mike Trout is my son Mike's favorite player. It ain't like he hasn't. It ain't like he's been playing a lot of baseball. He could have done a lot. You know he got out a lot. He got hurt. Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. That's so they're doing all that. I don't know, man. I don't get it. Sometimes I just don't understand it. The Evil Empire Fanatics has all the licenses. Man, I'm in the north on for a full week. I don't get home until next Thursday afternoon. But so we will have the show next Wednesday, and this is probably good. I don't know. Like I said, I still am concerned. I know people are like, well, a lot of people don't get concerned, in other areas of the hobby and stuff like that. So why should we be concerned? Nobody was concerned, before, but I don't know. This just feels different. It feels different because, at least, it just, I don't know. It just, to me, it just feels different. Which does make sense since there is no way the players are putting those stickers on. Exactly. What did you think? Did you think I forgot who the player was? But what do you think he was signing the sticker and then putting it on the card? For crying out loud, bypass the sticker, sign the damn card. Duh. I mean, you don't have to. It's just there's some things don't make sense. There are things that do not make sense. I just, for me, I just wonder sometimes. I just wonder what is to what is going to happen. There is a lot of stuff out there, and I don't know if maybe it is junk era like, but nobody wants to say anything about it. Nobody wants to admit that it is. Um, but it definitely, it definitely feels like there is a lot of stuff out there. Stickers speed up only the time companies can get product out on time. Correct. And how on time are they getting them out? I mean, you have stuff being pushed left and right. Mike Post, ripping for rookies. He said that he wanted to do a break. He ordered 3 X's of something. I forgot what it was. But then they told him that it wasn't going to be delivered for like 3 months. But he still had to pay for them. He still shelled out the money, pre-order, I guess, and then now he's waiting, and then he's like, nope, no thanks. Can't have that money tied up, So I don't blame the guy. It just things things don't make that. Upper Deck is stupid far behind, and they hardly ever been good. Yeah, I'm surprised it's a hockey product. It's Chuck's wax without the cheap prices. You're not wrong about that one. 22 Platinum Anniversary came out in July of this year. Yeah, not wrong about that. And then what? You're gonna have what? I think don't we have some 23 product coming out beginning of 24? I don't know. I don't understand. I just don't understand the reasoning behind it. Like, where's the delay? you know, I understand there's not a lot of printers in the world, but what's the delay? You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a delay of something. what is that delay? Where is the delay? From that standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so you're telling me that there's a delay. Why? Please explain to me, why there is a delay, because I don't understand. Again, you're like the only ones. You're the ones printing them. There's only a certain number of companies, so why do we have it? Protect have some big name athletes, right? Yes, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, to name two. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They own the printers. So what the hell's the delay for? I mean, is there not enough cardboard? Did they not create enough cardboard? And what is it? What is it possibly that why is it that it has to be delayed? I don't understand it. I really don't. Hey Kenneth, how you doing, buddy? Product from China. I guess so, man. I guess so. I don't I don't know. Like I said, probably working on NFL sets that they stole under the table. Yeah, but what's the difference? I mean, Panini was given the okay to print. Panini was given the okay to be able to release the product. That's why you saw Mosaic all of a sudden hit the shelves. For NFL. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. People were saying, well, no one bitched and moaned when Tops had, they were doing Tops gold, chrome, basketball, and Tops football, and Tops baseball, and no one gave a crap then. Why do people care now? Because I know for me personally, it just feels different than it did back then. I grew up back then. I was collecting back then. It just felt very, very different. Manufacturer experience, parts per million. If sports cards were only 10%, you would not have a common issues across the country. So many products being open, damaged, miscut. Yeah. Stay off the internet. Don't play in the street and have fun. And don't run around with scissors. And if you run around in socks on wood floors, make sure you got those little grippy things on the bottom. Friendly tip. I don't know. I just think sometimes when you look out at how the industry is going, again, my biggest thing, and I've said it a lot of times, is you really don't know. You don't know what to try and collect anymore. Like even, when I opened up, when I was doing the Chrome Platinum Anniversary, and I was like, you know what, it's cool to maybe try and get a rainbow of a player or so. And I was looking at that, even though there are players that I like, Bo Jackson, David Wright. I even thought of like George Kirby, rookie. I think he potentially could be good. And I was like, it just was like, whatever. Socks on a wood floor are a hockey head check into water. You're not wrong about that one. Excuse me. You're not wrong about it. I just think I think, a lot of people didn't mind. And I don't think people thought about it when these announcements were being made about basketball and football. And I say that because I think people look back and went, wow, remember Topps Chrome basketball with Kobe? Remember, remember LeBron's cards? Imagine now getting Webinyama on a card. I mean, not on a gold card, on a chrome card. And I just think that's one of the, I think that was one of the things people remembered. Some of the basketball and football, icon cards from back in the day, you know, the tops, rookies of Jerry Rice and Joe Montana and those, and they got, oh man, it's going to be so great to see those football players and basketball players back on a Topps product. And I don't think people really thought about what the long term could be. Very true. Very, very, very true. It's like, it's like you know, when a product first comes out and stuff like that, the truth of the matter is if you're into buying singles and stuff, and that's what the worst thing you could do is buy it right away. That's the worst thing you could do. The worst thing you could do is buy a product right away because the price is going to be highest when it first comes out. So Allen and Ginter, they come out all of a sudden, the rookies cards are going for a lot of money. You let them go for a little bit, it comes back down and becomes, more reasonable. Is it fair to say the industry has way less morals and panache than our? No, I don't think so. I think Dami probably has one of the best sock drawers in the card community. Um, so from that standpoint, but I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't. you know, Again, if Topps cared a lot about, or Fanatics cared a lot about the whole thing, what do you think Fanatics Live does? And what do you think only putting the big breakers on there does? Well, it's really simple. It drives the prices of the cards up. Not stupid. I mean, at the end of the day, gang, let's remember, they're still trying to make money. They still got to pay for those licenses that they paid out of the ass for. And the only way they're going to do that is to sell more product and price product a little bit higher. There's no other way around it. That's the way it is. Period. The end. You don't think so? You don't think Topps Live will bring more people in if they get quote unquote, the right breaker per se? If they get some big names, you don't think that'll drive more people to them? True, I don't disagree. I'm just saying that there's more of a potential, for prices going up if you're going to have the big breakers on there. If you're going to have the big breakers, the big name people on your website, it's bound to drive the prices up to get in the break, from that standpoint. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I just kind of think it will. I just kind of think that, uh, I guess we'll see. We'll see. If, we know one of the most popular ones is, the backyard guys. And, if they can pry them away from whatnot, then the reason why they're doing it. They definitely ain't doing it to go ahead and just, for morality. I won't buy any from any breaker just because they are on Topps. Like people, the human element, I buy cards and break myself for the entertainment, but can open myself. It's another form of entertainment. I agree. I agree. To me, uh, you shouldn't necessarily, if you're going ahead and you're getting on these websites and you're buying because I want to say I bought from Backyard. I want to say I bought from Leighton. I want to say I bought Mojo. And that potentially can go ahead and happen. It is not an easy task. It could, yes, it will. It's no, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to attract new people. You definitely need the balance. But I think what happens, I think the piece of it that happens, Arnie, is that it brings people in, which is great, but then does it because of the name of the breaker, or does it, does it bring you in because of the product? See, I think that's what's happening a lot of times is I think there are more people that it's not really necessarily about the product, but they could say, oh, I got a package from, or I broke with, so on and so forth. So I don't know. I do not know. When you open a hobby box and get shorted, do you get a replacement from Tops, or do the breakers get the special treatment and the average customer gets screwed? That's a great question. No, sir. You just download a form, send it in with the UPC and your receipt, and they send you a random hit they have stored. Really, you don't have to you don't have to show a video or not. Wow, I didn't realize that. I had that happen to me once, but it was out of Heritage, so I really didn't make that big of a deal about it. To be honest with you, I was like, Heritage, whatever. That's good to know there, Lachlan. I didn't realize that. I thought you had to. I thought you had to. Excuse me. You had to kind of prove it with a video or something along those lines. But I mean, at least they will send some stuff back. They will try and take care of you there and and fill your loss, fill getting short. So that's pretty good. I don't know though. I don't know. I know being away for me, it's tough trying to list cards. I have some, but I don't have as many good cards as I should have. Scanned in, ready to go. I have too much cheaper stuff per se, and don't have a lot of the more expensive, a lot of the more stuff. Not that I go ahead and have a lot of expensive stuff that I would, that I sell and everything. I don't really have a lot of, expensive cards and stuff like that. So we will see. But I have it was funny. I opened up a Jay's Mix. What is going on? That's true, Lock and 9%. Plus, if you have a damaged hit, Tops will take care of you, but only within the year. Oh, not after the year of the product. So a year it is released, or the actual year. So what you're saying is that being that it's 2023, if you get damaged 2022 Tops anniversary, you're out of luck, or do you have to redeem it within a year of when it came out? Well, expensive was the wrong word, but I mean, from it, I have a bunch of stuff that I was listing in that $2 range. That's on the cheaper side. Expensive was not the right word, but I don't have as many. Let's say like $8 to $15 to $20 cards, scanned to be able to list. Holy guacamole. This is Alex the Empire, aka Chase Banks. There's the link. If anybody needs it. I don't know. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Harper hurt. Uh-oh. What happened to Mr. Hopper? Did he get hit by a ball? Did he was he running out another home run and tripped over a base? What happened? You can't just say Harper got hurt. We need context. We need more information. The team from Georgia will be down to its final 3 outs. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, excuse me. Wait, I missed that one. Uh-oh. Did eBay pull the auto pay thing, or have sellers been opting out? I don't know. I've had, it's funny. Like right after eBay announced it, I had somebody, buy something on a best offer and they didn't pay and I had to relist it. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I can understand why sellers would opt out, but why? And that whole thing it doesn't make sense to me. Hey, you want $5 for this? I'll offer you $4. I'll take $4.50, and you go, you know what? For $4.50, sure, I will go ahead and buy it. Why don't you pay for it? What the hell are you waiting for? Easy than getting missing card. So you're down to the 21-minute inserts of nobodies. Nah, I wish, my friend. Okay, so no, Harper, excuse me. Oh, same elbow at first in a collision. Yeah, that's true. That is a nice card. He's doing good, Alex. How are you? Pay on offers are on for me. I would. I don't understand. You might as well go ahead and do it. Don't forget, anybody that has cards listed October 23rd, you're going to have to make sure that you update all of your previously listed cards to remember that graded, ungraded, and then if it's ungraded, condition. I don't know if they will not automatically update if you well, they're not automatically going to update, but I don't know if they'll automatically relist if you're missing those. Getting your well, yeah. I hope you feel better. Matt Olson's knee hit that elbow. Cheap shot, bastard. The condition. Yes, I said the condition. Thank you. Forgot what it was, but yep. all of that has to be done. Excuse me. Or so I got to go through a bunch of cards with that and check on that one to make sure. Looks like Travis Kelce. You're welcome, sir. Looks like Travis Kelce just left the game. He just hobbled off. Me. Oh. Yeah, and I hate that condition bull crap, man, because you don't know. I mean, like I wonder. I got to the point where I'm doing all mine at very good, and I don't know if that means people aren't going are not looking at them because somebody else, even though I pull it fresh out of a pack, or I look at it and I determine that based off of what eBay has said, when you look at what an excellent card is supposed to be, I believe I believe all of my cards are excellent, but I'm afraid of if I put excellent and somebody else gets it and goes, "Hey man, I was looking at this card and there's actually a little thing right over here. This card's not in excellent condition. It's only in very good condition." And you have to go through all the friggin' um, return bullcrap. Yeah, that's what I do. I mean, I have a shipping policy of for trading cards, so I'll just click on that and I'll just do a mass edit and be done with it. Shouldn't be that difficult to do. I mean, I have a bunch of cards listed, but I don't have, I'm not, in the I'm maybe right around 2,000 sports cards listed, you know, in different categories. But I really, I'm really trying to decide on that Card Dealer Pro, Dusty, after you and I had that decision of the sell through rate and paying for that many per month. Um, I don't know. It's crazy, but I just don't know whether it's worth it and stuff. Fresh pack, except for any cards that have a ding or scan scratches. Yeah, see, so I um I put all my cards uh in a penny sleeve before I scan them. So any scratches that you may see on a card, are on the penny sleeve and not on the actual card. I decided to do that because I was scratching a couple, and I said, "Look, I'm putting them in a penny sleeve anyway." From that standpoint, when I mail them out, so why not do it ahead of time? I just wish there was a better way to get Chrome card scanned nice. Because I have a lot of those I'd like to do, but you know, you use the scanner and the Chrome looks black and stuff. So I had a guy, I had a customer buy a Kenny Pinkett. I'm sorry, Pinkett, Kenny Pickett rookie, uh, um, and it had Chrome. It did have some Chrome to it, and I scanned it in. And again, if you scan cards and you look at cards, when you scan them, the Chrome looks black. So I had him message me. He sent me a message, and now the card, just the card sold for $1.64 plus shipping. So basically, the card sold for $2.63. The guy writes me an email back going, "Hey, this looked like a black Kenny Pickett card, and it's just like silver." So I responded back very nicely saying, "Hey, yeah, when you scan them, it does that." And I said, to be honest with you, if it was a Kenny Pickett black, it probably wouldn't have been $1.64. Here's your refund. Enjoy the card. Yep, they most definitely are. I mean, I do have it in my description, and I'm hoping they believe me. And the way I look at it from a standpoint of is you're not, I guess, to try and I hate to be one of those sellers, but hey, if you're unsure, ask. I could always snap a picture of it, outside and everything. Yep. Thank you. So I don't know. I would like to consider upgrading to one of those Rico scanners. Um, but I gotta get. Not that I'm not serious about listing cards, but I gotta get more serious. Your scanner sucks at 20-point sleeve scans, but does a great at chrome sleeve scans. That's interesting. Socks are super difficult to scratch. I mean, you are 100% correct there. Um, I guess my only question with you would be, Adam, are the chromium socks comfortable? That would be a big question. Are those socks comfortable? Does the chrome get, does the chrome, stick into the bottom of your feet and become a pain in the ass to deal with? Just stuff like that, Dom. People want to know. Stretch marks, fashion first for Dom. Dom is always a fashion first guy. He's a very fashionable, very, very fashionable. Um, you know, a guy that will put on pickle socks. I don't know if we can get him, but if you can get him, that'd be pretty cool. you know, chromium socks. I'm sure. Well, hey, they got copper fit socks, so they already got socks with copper in them. Why not go ahead and have socks with chrome in them? What's the word on Harper? Because I mean, I'm not saying I don't care if he's hurt. I do care if he's hurt. I'm hoping he's not hurt, because that would suck for baseball. But here we go. It comes down to this. Dun 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 dun. So Harper still in there, or did Harper come out of the game, or is he still in? Because I refuse to watch. Looks to be okay, and braces. Braces. I have oh, you have the okay, right? The elbow brace and the knee brace. Yep. Yeah, Dom, because Dusty wears the black ones, and then he goes ahead, and he wears the Bermuda shorts, and he probably has sandals on. So, never been a Bryce Harper fan, but I've never been a Bryce Harper hater either. Um, there are times, I don't know. I don't know if maybe I just have maybe I don't appreciate I don't appreciate him because I don't get to see him that much. Um, 'Cause I don't watch. I mean, from that standpoint, but I've never been a hater, but I've never like been like, oh my gosh, Bryce Harper. I love Bryce Harper. I mean, I only root, for the most part, um, I don't, like I said, I don't root against him unless he's playing the Mets. I just don't want him to do good. I never would, I wouldn't want him to get injured, from that standpoint. Yeah, like I said, I've never been a hater. I don't like dislike him. I mean, you know, I, from that standpoint, again, I don't dislike him or like that. Um, from that standpoint, to me, it's like, I like all baseball unless you're an absolute scumbaggery type of player. I don't hate any baseball players. Sports are not bothering me where I say I hate this team or that player. Fair point. I get you, man. I get you. Oh, no Crocs here, Mike. ah, yeah, yeah. I don't. I mean, when you, I think I think sports fans um, use the word hate the wrong way. You know, I I say I hate the team from Georgia, but I mean, really, it's like I just really, really dislike them, and I don't want anything. But I don't. To me, when you hate something, in my humble opinion, you're almost, wishing something bad happens. And I don't get me wrong, like I don't want to see anybody get hurt. You know, do I want to see him? Yes. Do I want to see him get the golden sombrero and strike out every time I bat? Heck yeah. But I don't wish for them, to get hurt and stuff like that. Oh, I agree. I agree, man. I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've never been like, oh, wow. I want to see Bryce Harper play. I want to, collect his cards or anything. Like, I've never been that way to him. But I've never said, oh my gosh, I got a Bryce Harper card. Throw it in the trash. Or I hope that when the guy hurt his elbow, I hope he never comes back and he's never the same player. I just, he's just one of those players that I guess I don't appreciate because I don't see him, as much as, I don't see him probably play as much. So because I don't see him play as much, I don't have an appreciation, for him. Oh, I know. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. If you hate a player on a team, you went over the kid. uh, Imagine hating on Harper, on a Harper type, then look at it at like a Mickey Mantle, Mays type player, and then missing out on their type. Yes, I agree. That's why I'm saying, like, for me, I truly, like I said, I I don't hate, any player. Uh, I don't hate on any player. I just don't, I mean, I don't like teams per se. Again, to me, whether it's, like, I don't know, there are people that are, not going to like Corbin Carroll because of what he did against the Dodgers. Dodgers fans, right? I hate that guy, and so on and so forth. Yeah, well, you're an idiot. You shouldn't hate the guy. Hey, man, is nobody out? Ugh, this is the worst part. I should not be paying attention to that game. Look, just need a ground ball to short, turn the double play, give up the run, and move on. Yeah. Well, you don't truly hate yourself. Yeah. Superman hero. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm not going to watch or pay attention to it. it is what it is. Um, if they go for, if they head back to, if they if they get out, they win Philly and they had to go back home, should still be a good game because what you should have, what would be, Wheeler versus Freed. Is that what we'll probably wind up getting if that game, if they win? Probably. And Wheeler, man, that dude has done really, really well. Really, really well. I tell you that, but it's funny, so we're talking about hating players, not liking players, and liking players, and I just think there are some players that no matter that just, I don't know, they warrant you liking them, but I think when a player is not a superstar and you like them, it's because you like how they play the game. Like a Kevin Pillar is liked by a lot of people. Why? Because of the way he plays the game. A guy who, talented. I mean, he's talented enough to be one of the, when you look at the grand scheme of things, one of the few people being able to make a major league roster, right? So it's not like he ain't a scrub. I mean, people will call him a scrub, but he ain't a scrub. And then again, you go ahead and have, you like the way he approaches the game. You like the way he plays the game. I mean, when I was a kid, what drove me to become yeah, yep, I hear you loud and clear. What drove me to have Fred Lynn become my favorite baseball player was because the way he played the game, the way he threw his body around, the way he just went after balls like crazy, and he wound up paying for it with his career. His career was, I mean, yeah, it might be considered long, but it was not as good as it could have been because he was getting hurt a lot by saying, "Hey, there's a ball going to the left center field gap. I got to catch it." And him, catching it and running into the wall, and an elbow, a shoulder, a knee, or an oblique or something, and it hurts him and stuff. No, but not the guys you want up when you have signed like fair. That is very, very fair, Larkin. That is very, very fair. Yeah, Kutch is another one, man. I mean, these guys who, what's crazy about some of them is that, it's like in McCutcheon, when we sit back and we look, and we're going to look at the numbers, and you're going to be like, nah, he was, you know, he had a couple of good years. I mean, that's the way, I mean, that's the way you're going to look at him, right? Some guys, some guys fall, sometimes some guys father time catches up to a lot sooner than other players. And, they just, it just winds up showing and everything. But Kutch is one of those guys, that a lot of people, won't, a lot of people won't appreciate, everything that he did. Um, I think there's, a bunch of players out there, like that, that you don't appreciate, what they did. And I think honestly, I think even some of the guys that are great at the game, you don't appreciate. A lot of people don't appreciate, what they're seeing because some of them make it look so damn easy. Bauer, after he got booted from MLB for that, for his content from Japan, says he is a normal guy that takes his job seriously. Well, yeah, he does. He definitely does, my friend. Definitely does. Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you for coming by. Much appreciated as always. The show is nothing, whether it's me, whether it's Anthony, whether together, the show is nothing without you guys in the chat. Period. The end. Bottom line. But thank you, Alex, and have a great night. And I hope you feel better really, really soon. But I think, as I said, you look at a lot of players, they don't what they do don't get appreciated. They're looked at and I think especially when some of these guys, I believe, especially some of these guys, let me just say this for you people. Best team in the league, best team in the league, best team in the league. Hey, Huddle, your Mets a piece of the crap. Tommy, your Mets a piece of crap. Well, guess what? Your best team in the league played 4 more games than a piece of crap Mets, and you got nothing to show for it. So gladly go ahead, raise that National League East banner again. That means absolutely. I don't disagree with that, Dusty. You know, you would almost, because we're fans, we don't understand. We don't, the truth of the matter is we don't understand the grind. Um, we don't understand what it takes to get to. We don't understand what it takes to get to that level. We don't understand the dedication, the sacrifice, right? Because the truth is especially if you played the game when you were a kid, you're like, man, wasn't that freaking hard? Well, yeah, it is really hard. And if it wasn't hard, there'd be a lot more. There'd be a lot more players, you know, available to go ahead and play. We might have more teams if there was more quality players to play. What's one of the biggest things we always hear when they talk about it? Well, and again, oh my gosh, it's going to water down the league. Just goes to show you how special and how great the guys that are in the league, you know, what it takes to go ahead and get there. It's like when the Royals were winning, they got no credit because they didn't win 100 games, right? But no one was tanking then. Yep. Yeah, they were. They were, and I think that's what's um, you know that's what's. It's cool when the teams look. We all love it when the teams that aren't supposed to win, no matter the sport. No matter the sport, everybody really likes the underdog, the team that not supposed to win. I mean, you think about it from a standpoint of this. Look at this series that just ended, right? Um, how many? If you were not a fan from the team from Georgia, if you were not a fan of the team from Georgia, how many other people outside of that were rooting for them to win? Probably not many, because a lot of them probably there's people that don't like that team. So, well, Lawkin, that's not very nice to say. That is not no, that is not nice to say, sir. Very unfair. Hurtful language here, sir. You were very good every place else. You had that bullpen and everything like that, and you know, and who what was it, right? If I remember correctly, Balkan, and you from that area, you'd have heard. Wasn't there? Is there some truth that one of the things that they said they needed to was to get Lucas Duda to have to make a throw or something along those lines? That hey, if he gets the ball, force him to make a play. I don't cheer for anyone I don't know. I cheer for those who do special things, even just one day. True. Recount. Yeah, well, David, Wright being hurt didn't help anything. Yeah, that was funny. Uh, The team from Atlanta, 8 runs in 4 games. That will do it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, so let me ask you this question: was it because of the buy? In your opinion, was it because of the buy? That's what I want to know. Was it because of the buy? Because that's what people are going to complain. That's what all the people that are fans from the team from Georgia, that's what they're going to say. It was the buy that killed us. It was the buy that killed us. It was the buy that killed us. That's what they're going to say. That's true. That's a great point, Longcom. Great point. I mean, that is a really good point right there. No, these are professionals. Good pitching. And Bonnie, I'm with you right there. This whole thing about this, that, it to me is a bunch of crap, or they just weren't motivated enough. What do you mean they weren't motivated enough? You're playing for a world freaking title. You become one of a select few at the end of the season that has the opportunity to play for a title. And once you get to that portion of the season, you're one of a few teams who gets to be the only team that wins its last game of the season. Later, Dusty. It is just baseball. 100% correct. The worst teams beat the best teams way more than any other sports. Very true. Even the A's and the Royals had long winning streaks this year. That's very, very true. Very, very true. The only thing that what makes it sometimes sad though, Larkin, is that you know um, some of these teams, like the A's, the Pirates, the Royals. I mean, honestly, Detroit, Colorado. Some of them, you know, they have to wait. A lot of things have to happen uh, on the good side for them to be able to have a great year, right? Like the stars, the leaders of those teams, that they can't, look at the A's this year, they weren't even trying to win. So throw them away. But when you look at some of these other teams, like the teams that have the good players, they can't even afford to have those guys lose, right? I mean, or be bad, right? But because if they do, then they got no shot. They need those guys to play really, really good all the time. Correct. You're right. You're right. That's what makes baseball so much different. Be athletic, it's you have to be athletic, but to me, the athletic comes in so many different sizes and shapes. Like you think about it, right? You look at basketball is a great thing, right? When you look at the 6'9" to 10-foot dudes that are out there that can run like the wind and so on and so forth, they got a big advantage over teams that don't have that same size. Now, look, we're not talking about the Warriors with Steph and those types of guys, but you're right. When really good team and the parts and pieces fit together, it really doesn't make a difference. What's funny now is I have a friend of ours who's like now, oh, Bryce Harper is so much better than Acuna. I can't believe it. So. All right, guys. Hey, thank you for the great conversation tonight. Looking forward to next week. So have a great night. Enjoy yourselves. It's 11:30. We're going to shut it down. Thank you so much for the awesome conversation. Love the baseball conversation. It's the best game. It's the best sport in the world. To me, there's nothing better than it. And I just love it and everything. So thanks a lot for hanging out. Much appreciated. We'll catch you next Wednesday, folks. Have a good one. Thank you again.